Imagine coming at Jonah Hill. Imagine looking like Jonah Hill. Imagine getting called Jonah Hill your whole life and then having to make a fucking clip on YouTube about Jonah Hill. So Jonah Hill has come under some scrutiny for some texts that his ex-girlfriend has released. Now, I'm no misogynist, and I'm no lover or hater of either sex more than the other. I love everybody equally. But when you're going to be calling somebody a predator and abuser and using words that are very harsh and having some very firm allegations about somebody, you better have something to back it up. And if you look at the fucking screenshots, pull it up, Angelo. If you look at the screenshots, it's insane how this guy was a polite gentleman trying to explain his feelings with his current partner in a relationship and trying to set boundaries and trying to just be a stand-up good guy and say, hey, listen, this stuff you're doing isn't for me, and if this is something that makes you happy, I support it, and I still love you, but maybe I'm not the right guy for you. Bottom line is, in a nutshell, that's literally what the guy says, and the internet is coming for his head. They're acting like he's some kind of misogynistic pig, some kind of terrible human who's controlling and manipulating his girlfriend. This is psychotic behavior. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be exploited. It needs to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb and explored down to the deepest realms of it before this gets too out of hand. Because the people jumping on board and saying that there's any kind of abuse going on, there's something wrong with you. You need help. You have internal problems and struggles with relationships you need to deal out for yourself that you don't understand. Either that or you're fucking brain dead. Because this guy clearly stated it's perfectly fine if that's what you want to do, but it's not acceptable for me, for my partner. And that's perfectly fine for him. You can't tell somebody else his feelings aren't valid. That's his feelings. He has principles. That's his principles. You can't tell him his principles aren't valid. Nobody would he's not telling her that her principles aren't valid. He's saying if these are your principles, it's perfectly fine and I support it, but it ain't for me. There was nothing disrespectful about it. And the first one to jump on a guy while he's down is former Nickelodeon star Alexa Nicholas. Now she's alleging that he abused her when she was a teen. So anyway, this girl, Sarah Brady, she's posted pictures all over Instagram with her ass out. I get it. You're a surfer. You're wearing a bikini. I get it. But she's got pictures squatting. She's got pictures in downward-facing dog. She's got just pictures with her ass hanging out in your face, and it's just like a little much. Like, that's all he said was, like, maybe it's a little much, you know? Does he have is he doing downward-facing dog with a fucking whitey-tighty on? What are we talking about here? First off, what kind of person sends private text messages out for everybody to see? What kind of person does that? So he said, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in your bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendship with women who are unstable and from wild recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful. I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of unhappiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you are based on ways these actions have hurt our trust. First off, he said plain and simple to start it off. That wasn't plain and simple, bro. Defending you where I could defend you, but I got to knock you where I got to knock you. It's not plain and simple if you have a laundry list of 20 things that you want from the girl. Like, pick a couple. Like, you know what I mean? Narrow it down. Secondly, not for nothing, bro. If you're going to say plain and simple, just say you're a whore. The real thing he's under scrutiny here for, though, is him setting boundaries and whether that's appropriate or not. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody else what their fucking boundaries should or should not be in their relationship? I'm trying to understand this for real. Let me know in the comments, jerk-offs.